What's up? Welcome to the channel, and in today's video I'm bringing to you part 2 to the #1 strategy in State of Decay 2. So you've already watched 1 and now we're here in part 2. And what I'm going to discuss today are the leader types and the crucial one that you're going to need that's going to make your life a lot easier, like a lot. And when you first start, you've got 4 characters and you get all of the leaders. All right? So we've got our warlord, we have our builder, we have our trader, and then we have our sheriff, right? And they allow you to build the leader projects. So when we come here and go down to leader projects, you're going to get your armory, your sniper tower, your field hospital, and your trade depot. And this is the vital one. This is the important one, because this is where you're really going to be able to farm your influence. And why is this important? Because when you
See
are
what happens
trading
when we work
with the
together?
enclaves, you're going to earn influence by selling them bulk plate. It's $500 a pop. So when you call in your traders, right here, you're going to press down on your D-pad, and it's going to be the option is going to be here after you build that outpost, right? And then you're going to be able to call in your traders. And what you're going to do is you're just going to go to your stash, your supply box, and you're just going to equip your bulk plague. And when they come in, you're going to buy their resources, which would be each one of them is going to have 3 of these, right? And you just buy all 3 of them and then deposit. Buy all 3, then deposit. But when you buy all 3 of them, then you sell them your bulk plague. After you sold them the bulk plague and with other items that you have to sell, once you can't sell them no more, call in the next trader and do the same thing. Buy their item, buy those 3 items, or if they have a respec. Alright, so you can respec your skills. I'll get to that in a second. And then what's going to happen is you sell them the bulk plague. You're going to rinse and repeat that process all the way down through. The only one that doesn't have anything is the parts trader. The parts trader just has a lot of parts. These right here. That's it. But I just dismantle all of those. So that's how I get all my parts anyways. I only use 2 types of melee weapons, and I get them from the bounty. And once I go get them, I will just buy more of them, and all my survivors will either have 1 or 2 of those that I'm going to get. Now, that's just my personal preference on that. That will be for a later video, but for right now, what you're going to do is to build up your character.
We'll have to get rid of some of our resources unless we get more storage.
Citizenship up, you're going to unlock the hero status. And then when you actually start playing your missions here, because we haven't played none yet, you'll be able to assign a hero, okay, to be your leader. And when you play with these characters here, okay, like I haven't played with this one much, so I haven't completed nothing, but as you play with the character, their citizen slowly builds up, and you will be able to get their hero unlocked and leadership unlocked. All right, when you get all of these up to their citizen level is when I actually start playing the mission in the game. Or when it starts getting close to a Friday, I'll start playing missions. But if I don't have enough of my resources, then I won't even care. I'll wait for the following Friday, because that's when you get the special traders that come into the game that will allow you to buy those respec manuals, and you're going to want to buy them. They cost 1,500 influence. So if you've got a stockpile of items and you've unlocked the base, that will allow you, like down here, this is going to give you 5 large outdoor spots, and then you can build the trade depot. Another thing I like doing, and this is very, very, very important too, is your lounge. Okay? When you build the lounge, you have to have a large outdoor slot, and that will allow you to build a lounge. Okay? And when you upgrade the lounge, somebody has to be a leader. I forget which one has to be the leader, but when you first build the lounge and upgrade it, and then you upgrade it again, it's going to say, oh, you got to have a leader for this. That's okay. What you would do is first build your trade depot, okay? And then in a large outdoor slot, build the lounge. Upgrade it until it tells you what leader you need. After you know what leader it needs, after you have your trade depot built, and in a small slot, build the still. Okay, when you build the still, that's gonna allow you to produce more items. You're basically selling alcohol, and you'll be able to craft high-end items that you can sell. All right. Now, when you build the lounge and max the lounge out, you can pay for the morale boost, and that will improve all of your survivor skills.
Take a look at what I just delivered.
Automatically going to start increasing these skills without even playing with them. Okay? So you do that. Every chance you get, and you don't got to play with these characters to build up any of those skills. It's automatically going to do that for you with the lounge when it's maxed out. So those are the two things the three things you need. You need a still, the trade depot, and then build the lounge. Okay? And then just max these out on all of your characters. But first, you have to start doing the missions in the game to get that other base. And when you start the missions, you're going to be able to recruit other survivors into your community. And you will have plenty of survivors to choose from, work with, and build and grow up. But to get that citizenship up, the best thing to do is click on that survivor and go do missions with them. Actual missions in the game to get that standing up. Okay? Faster. And get that with all of your survivors. Not just your leader. Just not 4 leaders. Get that with every single survivor. And then when you want to get rid of a survivor, when you're doing missions, you can actually send them to the legacy pool. Make sure they're all stacked up. And then when these are all stacked up, before you send them to the legacy pool, you would come to your armory and you would give them the weapons you want, the backpack, and just fill them up with everything. So if a character happens to die, you can recruit from the legacy pool with everything that you had equipped to them. And they'll come right in there, jacked up, ready to go. So that is strategy number 2. You're going to want to do that. Okay? You're gonna want to get your trade depot, and when you get your trade depot, like I said, you press down on the D-pad. I play on an Xbox controller, and you go over to you press RB one time, and it goes from your backpack over to the little radio, and it will say call in trade. It'll be over here. It'll be an option, and you call them in one by one. Okay, so you buy their resources, trade them the bulk, sell them the bulk plague. That pack there that I have right here. Sell them the case of the bulk plague cure. All right, and before you know it, you're gonna have 9999. And then when the weekends come, you're gonna be able to buy whatever you want from anybody, because you're just gonna have an endless supply of loot coming in. All right, so that is the next tip. So now you know that beforehand. So as you start playing the missions, you now have a goal. And this is really going to help you achieve what you want. Because as you're doing all of this, you are going to be preparing to leave this map. Okay? You'll be leaving this map, and you'll be taking all of your resources and your whole community into a new map. And you're going to change the difficulty setting. I like playing in lethal. And it's lethal. But if I spend time in here first on green, getting the best rewards and stockpiling everything up and getting each of my survivors how I want, that when I go into lethal and I get my 4 survivors, 4 of my community members back to their citizenship with Warlord, the Builder, you know, those leader traits, you got to have 4 of them, because when you leave the community, you got to build your base back again and all those items. All right, but I'll have all that in advance and beforehand, because I'll do it in here, and I'm gonna get all those supplies. I'm gonna get all those knickknacks, and then I can really play the game in lethal and have shootouts.
Good to see you, ain't that?
All right, So this is mainly preparing you for that war. This is the second best tip in the game, preparing you for that lethal fight. And it takes, if you're willing to take time to do this, and then change your community, well, not change, but change the map, and then change the settings, all the lethal, and then when these survivors come with you, and all of and everything that's in your vehicle, stock your vehicles up. You're going to have all of your survivors maxed out with the builds that you want and know exactly what you're going to be doing. So when you do go into lethal, you'll have an easier time, but you still gotta play smart, because you can get overrun if you don't play it right. Alright? If this video has helped you, please leave that sub. It will help me. I will provide a link in the description below. Join the Discord. I'm always in there. And in the next video, I will bring into you what I think is the next best tip. Alright, GG, stay safe, and thank you for watching. And I appreciate that. I really do.